If I have a nickel for every time I broadcasted BPNR and at Talladega and they had a delay, I will have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Welcome on out to BPNR at Talladega, the site of the Holiday Season Championship doubleheader weekend, meaning both races tonight will be at Talladega, and this will decide the championship for the second holiday season. Coming into this race, the points are pretty tight, if I do say so myself. After 9 of the 11 races, it is Harry Crawford at the top of the leaderboard, with teammates Thomas Troxel and Cole Rodriguez in close proximity. Fourth place is Ryan Scare, 40 points behind. Hector Garcia, fifth, 56 behind. Lane 06. Dylan Negron, seventh. Zach Armstrong, eighth, who is not here tonight. Joe Schmidt, ninth, and William Gregory. Outside your top 10, you can also see the point system. Since this is 2 races we're doing tonight, pretty much everyone within this top 10 here are still mathematically eligible for the championship, but my money is realistically within this top 3. And I think they're gonna reset the server again. God damn it. God damn it. These people don't know what they're doing. These goobers or something else. BPNR amazes me one way or another by how much we're fucking delaying their races. Side note, however, there is also another incentive, that being for the brackets that they introduced this one season. Currently, it's down to 2 drivers. That being Harry Crawford, the current points leader, as well as Joe Shmuda in the 50 Lexus. So it's just up to these two to put in the best average finish of these final 2 races to be crowned the bracket champion. So tonight, both races, I presume, are 24 laps, set to 29 laps in the event of overtime. Pretty much your standard super speedway stuff. Got double foul, restarts via choose cone, stuff like that. And qualifying hasn't happened yet, so kind of just stalling for time for the time being. So, Teams Championship, on the side note, that's been clinched up. That was won by Seven Hills Autosport, the team Thomas Troxel owns. So, good job on them for pretty much dominating this holiday season. The three drivers being at the top of the driver standings, pretty much equates to an easy Constructors Championship. I didn't put up a fancy graphic for the points this time, or points leaders this time around, but might as well go over stats for them as we wait for qualifying to take place. Starting from third, it'll be Cole Rodriguez, has the most wins out of these 3 drivers, that being he has won 3 races, with also grabbing 5 podiums, 5 top 5s, and 6 top 10s, with an average finish at 5.5, also the best out of these 3. So he's going to be a real strong super speedway contender, and looks to be no different here at Talladega. Second place is Thomas Troxel, who has 2 wins, also nabbing up 4 podiums, 4 podiums, 4 top 5s, and 5 top 10s, getting an average finish at 9.4. Bit abysmal, but the fact that he's up here at all is an amazement in itself, so he's gonna have to lock in tonight in order to get this championship. Then at the top is Harry Crawford, our usual world ringer, back in D2, and now turned super speedway merchant. Apparently he has 2 wins on the season, grabbing up 4 podiums, 5 top 5s, 6 top 10s, with an average finish of 6.8. So he grabbed but Troxel does have a leg up out of these 3. He has led the most amount of laps out of these 3, that being a total of 36, with Harry and Cole leading 23 laps each. We are 12 minutes behind schedule. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the fuck Lau is waiting for. I'll be real, I have nothing else to talk about until qualifying comes up. Oh, speaking of, I think he heard me because we kicked it happy hour. It is random qualifying. So, time to see the qualifying order. It is Steven Gibson on pole, with Alexander Gonzalez Green second. Despite the fact that it's random qualifying, this is pretty much the front row that you expected out of these super speedways whenever these 2 are in attendance. So, whether or not we have Lotto or our legit qualifying session, these 2 somehow ended up on the front row, at least for this first race. Ronnie Trabeck in third, William Gregory fourth, Cole Rodriguez 5th, first out the championship contenders. Joshua Clemens 6th, Cameron McGarry 7th, and we're going straight to race, okay?
Drivers.
Get this set up, and yeah, new ticker. So I showcased it during Budweiser at Martinsville, so now we get a proper test run. It's 24 laps, is set to 29 laps in the event of overtime. Continue with the running order. Dylan Negron qualifies 8th, Landon Lyle P9, Harry Crawford P10. And where is Troxel? He is starting deep in the field, being 20th. I mean, pull it back up. Yeah, 20th place. So 20 cars because I'm not participating. So pretty much 20th place by itself. So this is going to be a doozy for Thomas Troxel to get back up here as quick as he can. There is a bonus point for pole in this mini season, but there is bonus points for leading a lap and the most laps. So let me get free cam ready. They're gonna take a while, so back to this, I suppose. 24 laps. Got 2 races at Talladega, this one being the first. It will be Gibson and Gonzalez Green on the front row. 20 cars within this first race, 24 laps ahead of us. Through the restart zone, and we are green here at Talladega. Gonzalez Green already back down to the bottom. This is chassis 1 for both races tonight. As much as I hate it, but don't fix what isn't broken, I suppose. And already to the apron goes Cameron McGarry. Is he gonna fall to the back, avoid any early drama? Gibson swerving, trying to pick up Moon and Gregory, who leads the outside lane, but too far away to have any significant benefits, especially on the opening lap. Lane allowed, gonna move up to the top lane. Gonna lead the outside charge with Gregory and Clements, and also Negron. Aiding him with Carl Childress also up there. Only 5 cars versus the 15 on the bottom. That top lane is gonna get shoveled out real quickly. And in the wall is Childress. I don't know how that happened. I suppose it's netcode, but I'll have to take a look at that during a later time, probably under a caution period. But now the top lane only has 3 cars. They're gonna get shoveled back real quick here. It's just a matter of time before they end up in the back. Got 2 laps under our belt here. It is Gibson leading Gonzalez Green, Trawick, Cole Rodriguez, the first out of the championship for championship 3 contenders, and also Talladega in the top 5. Cam Shmuda trying to do something. I don't know what 3 right is going to do to him, but he's going to drop further back than those 2 cars. Shmuda drops down to the second lane, picking up Brandon Carter. Also, Baird almost gets mid-corner bump drafted. Just gotta be careful around Talladega. Or just any super speedway, because mid-corner bump drafting is usually a no-go here in NR2003. Triwag peeks out to then take advantage of the run she had. I don't think she believed that Cole Rodriguez was going to go with her, so she just popped back in line, which I don't blame her too much. Two stragglers in the back array, that being Miguel Reeves and Carl Childress. You may have seen at the top of the screen, but got 20 more laps this time round. And it's still very early into the race, so just praying that there's a caution to get them back into this thing. And Troxel making his way back up. He started the race in 20th and has picked up 10 spots since then. He's halfway through. Meanwhile, Landon Lau and Clemens still hasn't completely dropped to the bag. They're basically at the back now, but they've neglected to go for the gaps that have popped open on the inside lane. They're just really committed to making the top lane work. Now Clemens finally goes down to the bottom, tucking in behind Noah Wetzel. And same with Landon Lau, just ahead of Clemens. So if you're Troxel trying to make up, oh, there's gonna be a wreck. Oh, my banking crash. My game crash, that's cool. As soon as there's a wreck, my game would like to crash on me, that's cool. Can't have shit in with NCS21. Give me a couple minutes here to boot everything back up. Almost there. Gonna turn off stuff in my settings. Okay, should be good now. Unfortunately, the timer or the lap counter is gonna be dead now. And also, we don't get a replay from the crash since my replay can't take me back that far. But it looks to be involving Troxel, Jelani, William Gregory. I saw Gregory get spun first. Let me do something here. Anything is fine. Just don't want to mess with my things too much. Also put this up since... Right, so caution, lap 7 of 24 we are working on right now. Pit lane is open, and everyone comes in. Won't be able to see pit stalls, but at least watch the race out pit lane. And it looks to be Gonzalez Green who wins off pit road with Gibson, Rodriguez, Clements, Crawford. We got some Under caution, first one of the day. Um, choose cone because they have that here. I'm gonna try to get my free cam over there. I can beat them over there. It's right here. And because this is funny, I'm just going to intentionally choose this camera angle. So Gonzalez takes a top lane, and pretty much everyone else takes the top lane uh, within the immediate top 5. Probably Trailwick hits the juice cone, but don't really matter for her because she got black flag for commitment like violation. It's not the first time I've heard about it. It's just an issue with this specific track model. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried to before, but it just getting worse every time. I don't know why. So everyone has topped up on fuel. If this were a 2x race, they should make it, but I think it's a 3x race for this one, so likely not. Up the gears they go. Green flag back out from Talladega. Lap 9 of 24, so we're 1/3 of the way there. Cole Rodriguez tucks down to the bottom, picking up second. Steven Gibson, who started on the front row but have to drop back to third. Bit scrabble towards the back, but we should be good. Comes Clemens. He tried to make it the outside work in the first run, but now there's no one helping him, so he'll have to tuck back in. As soon as I say that, he goes up with Gibson to try to make a run for the lead. Only the two of them for the time being, while everyone else is stuck behind Cole Rodriguez. But AGG moves out to the top lane, trying to block the run Gibson has developed. Crawford goes to the bottom, but Gibson's able to clear Cole Rodriguez for second place. AGG trying to blind, they wasn't able to this time around. Again, allow Gibson to make a charge for the lead with Clemens and Lyle directly behind him. A little squirrely out of the 91 car there. Everyone packed into that inside lane. Around goes William Gregory. Not the first time he's been spun around, but thankfully it's only a single car accident. Therefore, no caution this time. Now the lanes are even, so it's gonna be a bit more of a stalemate to I say that, but there's realistically 5 cars challenging in the lead. Make that 7 as Cameron McGarvey pushes upward and picks up Joe Shmuda with him. Still dueling for the lead, Alexander Gonzalez Green with Steven Gibson as we hit lap 12 of 24. Next lap is the halfway. No caution, nor any bonus points. Just a reminder that we're only halfway there. On board with Talladega as he is the 5th car on the inside lane, directly behind Harry Crawford. Gives you a good idea how claustrophobic the pack can be when we're in chassis 1. We're only topping around just shy of 190 miles per hour, but it's still pretty fast. Just nowhere any of these drivers can go except move their lane forward. Over halfway complete is Alexander Gonzalez Green, who has led just about every lap, not all of them, but no, sorry, it was Gibson led most laps at the current moment, while AGG has led a handful. Meanwhile, no one else has been able to lead a lap. Very even lanes, if for real this time. Oh, little shot from Gibson into Clements and just bobbles the outside lane up, but no wreck from it. Trial is interesting. The inside lane where most of these cars are running are inclined in a weird way, where there's less banking compared to the rest of that trial oval, so the outside definitely has a chance to stalemate the inside lane. Although not entirely. The inside lane can still full throttle through there, but the outside lane can develop a little bit of a run before the start finish line. Got a lap car up ahead, that is Arthur Xavier. Just joined the race. AGG's gonna move up directly behind him to catch a little bit of draft. 10 laps remain. Lap 15 of 24. Gonzalez Green clear with the lead, but Gibson's trying to make the outside work once more, but again with Clements. Got Lyle, Carter, Trawick also on that outside lane, but along with Childress and Schmuda. Where is Trout? So I'm just curious. Oh, he's out of the draft. So to make up 19 points at Harry Crawford is definitely going to be much harder, with an even bigger gap come the second race. This is the penultimate race of the championship, so this a poor result from Troxel will not do him any favors. He's gotta hope that Harry Crawford has been collected in an accident within these final laps. Only have one caution so far, that being a lap 7. 8 laps to go this time. The front row dead even. I believe it was Gonzalez Green who led the lap that time round. Negron with the hit to the apron. Crawford almost doing the same, but both cars able to keep it under control. Helicopter view give you a good idea how close these drivers are in terms of each other. The outside lane is trying to pinch the inside, so they're not going to prevent them from getting a run on them, or at least something like that, but it's also a risk, because if the server were to, say, blink for a little bit, causing warps, that's going to cause a major accident, much like we saw on the caution on lap 7 with William Gregory. And when you're in a chassis one way, it's just a matter of how do you set yourself up. You want to get as close to the front as you can, but you also gotta time it. if you saw the Laurel race at Daytona, that was also utilizing chassis one. There were quite a few drivers who started making their moves for the win way too late, and also with no one to help them. So that it's just a matter of, I hate to say it, it's just a game of chicken. Who's willing to be bold and go for the win, and who is willing to help them, at least into their favor. Right now, the best place you want to be is likely in the front two spots that being occupied by Gonzalez Green and Gibson. Coming to 5 laps to go this time. Got Arthur Xavier warping in the background. And another lap car, that being William Gregory, we saw him spin down the tri-oval. Take a look from the rear of the pack, being on board with Noah Wetzel. If a wreck were to occur with this pack, Wetzel is in the best spot because he has no one directly behind him, so he can just brake and take his time as he would negotiate the wreck. But until that happens, or if it happens, we'll just have to wait and see. Got 4 laps left. The outside lane getting a little snaky. But there's just been nothing in terms of development in a realistic sense. Just the same top 3 in both lanes. No one has been able to really go anywhere. If you're like, let's say, 8th on back, you want to hope that you got someone to go with you, or someone who would have the same idea and try to make a move for the lead, and you being brave enough to go with him as Gibson is warping massively. I'm surprised that the 11 car did not get wrecked from it, but that's really scary. But just 3 laps left. But that little scare from the 11 car's cockpit gave the 51 enough momentum to clear for the lead. At this rate, the 51 Stephen Gibson may as well just use it as a tactical advantage, which is unfair. 2 laps left this time around. There is a chance of overtime, so you gotta wreck on this lap in order to go to that point. And now the outside lane just really dissipated. Take a look for the helicopter. Is Clements who now leads the top lane with Lyle and Carter in tow, along with Trawick. Now the leader of the outside is just down, has to negotiate through 4 cars in order to have a challenge at the win, but no one really. Lyle doesn't seem to really push him, but I think Carter is too. Lyle at very minimum. But white flag this time. Final lap from first race at Talladega. Gotta make a move. We gotta try to do it at this backstretch here. Get the most amount of speed. And the 11 car is doing just that. A touch between the 51 and 11 cars. Through turns 3 and 4. EGG's gonna try one more time. Cole Rodriguez trying to go with him. Talent Aziz with the save of a lifetime. And Kolarji gonna duck back low. Gonna try to split the middle 3 wide, but not enough time. Oh, but yeah, not enough time. Steven Gibson wins the race, facing backwards. At that, just Gibson is lucky enough to where um they started wrecking when there's not enough time for the rest of the field to catch up. Let's look at what happened back here with Talladega. It's just a bad push from a one-on-one car. Brandon Carter, Talladega, great save on from him. Look through the mid-pack. And looked like a straight-up hook from AGG here. Brandon on board. Yeah, just straight up hook. Trying anything you can do to get that win. But yeah, not enough time. And also collected himself in the wreck, so I suppose no harm, no foul, but there was ill intention through that. But that did cost Cole Rodriguez a few places, dropping him down to 7th place. So that is yeah. That was the first race for Talladega. I'll screenshot the finishing result before they reset the session. So it is Steven Gibson who wins, with Alexander Gonzalez Green finishing second. Dylan Negron finishes third, with Joshua Clemens P4, Harry Crawford P5, Nathan Lyle P6. Excuse me. Carl Rodriguez P7, Brandon Carter P8, Riley Trowick P9, and Joe Spuda rounds out your top 10. Gam McGowery finishes 11th with Carl Childress P12, Lane Johnson 13th, Noah Wetzel P14, Talladega P15, getting shuffled out from the pack out of turn 4. Thomas Troxel P16 after a wreck on lap 7. Mantis Wells P17, William Gregory P18, Arthur Xavier P19, and Jelani Howell 20th and last place. So we're not done yet. We got one more race of the day. Just gonna have to quickly reset my honor. That way the ticker can actually work. And I'm also waiting on Lyle to provide points for me. That way, because this next race, the final race, will feature live points, much in a similar fashion I did with the D2 finale. You'll be able to see it at all times, and I'll update it occasionally. I'll try to, but I still also want to focus on the action. So when no one really wants an interview right now, which is fine, but I'm gonna set this back to here. That way, carrying set back to practice and get a 5 to 10 minute intermission before we head into race 2. Same distance, same drama that we could expect. Yeah, right now, Noah Wetzel's the only driver on track right now, so not much to really do besides wait it out. I'm bored enough to where we can, I suppose, explore the track while um doing much. The chase system is returned to NASCAR, and yeah, I like the new format. It's like how Steve O'Donnell puts it, the perfect compromise between what we the full season format versus a playoff style format where they put the drivers on edge in the postseason. So very very cool to see Chase being brought back. How this will affect this next season, well, it's just a matter of time. But will a deserving champion be crowned more often? Absolutely. Will it be perfect? No. But it is at minimum better than the playoffs. I can guarantee you that much. So, need permission. Or, hang on, because I'm trying to make a copy of. Hold on. Um, okay, I'm just putting in the wrong location. What I'm doing is copying, making a copy of the spreadsheet they use for points and stuff. That way I could just do it on my own and not have to ask for admin for the main sheet. So give me a couple. I'm yeah, okay. Come on. Okay, so yeah, here you can see the 5 points. After 10 races, we got one more race to determine our champion. Harry Crawford has gained points from second place. And speaking of second place, that's been handed over to Cole Rodriguez, with Troxel falling down to third. And there's a tie for fourth between Negrona and Landon Lau. Um, those two are basically realistically out, so it's still down to 3 drivers. And here it's Harry's race to lose, although let me check real quick. Assuming at 20 cars, it's a 29-point difference. That's including bonus points, so that is 1 point difference. So it can still Harry can still lose the championship, but it's unlikely as long as he runs towards the front, stays out of trouble, and get a good result out of it. I mean, okay. So for now, I'll just go back to the blank template and just wait it out. Um, yeah, nothing really much to talk about. Still waiting. I'll let allow once again. Both I let you Right on board with you, Crawford. Well, I take this time to rest my voice. Um, well, then I'll take this time to rest my voice before the second race. Take this to say some more if you will. Alright, I'm back. I don't think they got the memo that Dylan is a 300 number. We'll just have to wait and see. So, for the second race, it's actually a field invert of the race 1 results. So, assuming it's correct, assuming it is a 1-for-1 invert, July Howell will win pole, assuming he's still even here. And yeah, Drexel been shuffled to the front, towards the front, and I guess they'll never figure out that Dylan is on the wrong car. Um, let me. I think they figure it out. Well, but they're gonna reset the server, which means I have to reset my game as well. Otherwise, the ticker will break. Um, uh, one moment. I hate to tell you this now, but put the server back to practice because I had to reset my stuff and I'm not able to join now. Okay, thank you. Alright, now I'm in the server actually. So they're gonna do an extra pace lap to
Drivers,
get
stay
the
on
order
top.
correct, because it is a field invert of race 1 results. And put this up. Make sure everything's correct. Yes. So there's the live points. I haven't put anything in there yet in terms of running order and stuff. So once I figure out where the three contenders that are qualified in, and I can't worry too much about fourth and fifth because they're not they're realistically out of the championship, so I'm only focusing on the top three, that being Harry Crawford, Cole
Drivers,
Rodriguez, and Thomas
start your
Troxel.
engines!
So again, take an extra lap to get the qualifying order, and yeah, just see how this final race unfolds. So while the pace car is going to come in, the green flag will be held for an extra lap. That's assuming the flag man even got the memo. Alright. I had to sneeze. So, front row, Jelani Howell and Arthur Xavier. Row 2, William Gregory and Mathis Wells. Where is row 3? Thomas Traxel, Thomas Z's row 3. I overheard someone spun under caution. I was going to point and laugh at them, but I can't find them. No, that's Lane Johnson in row 4. Row 5 is Carl Childress and Cameron McElreath. So, row 6, George Smith is supposed to be very tragic, but no, she is not doing this next race. Row 8, Lana Lau and Harry Crawford. Row 9, Clements and Negrón. And final row, EGG and Gibson. Get my free cam ready again. Sorry, trying to do the order. I think that's correct. My bad. Green flag underway for race 2. Let this field invert. The best are in the back and the worst are in the front. And it's going, and the lap counter broke again. That's cool. So, going to the end of lap 25 instead of the 24. It's still 24 laps. Yeah, pretty much repeating what I said. It's end of lap 25, currently lap 2. Because of the opening lap. So it's... Did it? Landon Lau. It's not the server crash, but it was just him. So it's officially lap 2 of the race, as being led by Jelani Howell, William Gregory, and Thomas Troxel. Troxel, after not posting a great result in the first race, needs to make up quite a bit of ground. And right now he has the track position to do just that. May not be enough points, that's just something he'll have to pray for. Oh, Carl Childress gets spun right in front of the field. Go get Brandon Carter involved. Joe Schmuda, contender for the bracket against the Crawford. Joshua Clements also spinning. And And my game didn't crash this time, so we'll be able to view the replay now. They've taken the caution flag, and see what happened. Started by Carl Childress, Schmuda on his inside, Childress just chops him off. And that collects Carter, just clipped by the 50 car. Joshua Clements, I think he narrowly missed the pace car. I think. No, he did not miss the pace car. He would have told it. He would have to pay fines for that. Essentially go back and right on board with Shmuda, as pit lane will open this time. Right. Shmuda did nothing wrong there. It was just on Carl Childress, unfortunately. So pit lane is open, and AGG is going to opt for the penalty. Pit lane speed is 55, but it's going 70. It is randomized pit stalls because, well, of the grid order. Oh, and McGarry's trying to get this box. There's a bit of contact with, I believe that was a 20. But race up pit lane. If I can set my camera correctly, they'll be Julian Howell, Thomas Troxel, Lyle, Crawford, Negron, your top 5. Currently lap 4 of 25 under the first caution of the day. A couple more on pit lane still. And much like before, I have to race the leaders to the choose cone with the free cam. And I aim at contest this time. So choose cone this time. See what the leaders choose. Lana Lyle, first car on the top lane, followed by Gregory, Aziz, Wells. Excuse me. Lana, Jelani Howell doing a bit of trolling. But he will opt for the bottom lane. Behind him, Thomas Troxel. Trying to update the running order real quick. Control has been called. Rear green, Talladega, lap 5 of 24. 4 wide towards the back. Did they negotiate? Yes, they do. Hollow clear for the lead again, leaving Troxel to stay put. That being Harry Crawford, now directly behind him. Championship rival. Atlanta Lau, P4 in the Grand P5. Might try to make a move for the lead. And I think Harry's trying to tell them by peeking to the outside, hey, I want to go up top. It's usually one of the only signs of communication if you're not in the same team speak as them. Single file for the time being. I'll mostly. Talladaga's first car on the top lane, being followed by Xavier and Cole Rodriguez. Rodriguez second in the points, just needs to get back up there to have a challenge on Harry Crawford. But like I mentioned during the little pre-race thing, Harry Crawford just needs to stay out of trouble, and he's fine where he's at. He'll win a championship like this. Let me actually update this. Points. Where is you? You're P11. Yeah. KS towards the back, but we're in the middle, I should say, but we're fine. Wetzel bottom three-way with Gibson and Shmuda. Alexander Gonzalez Green just narrowly lost the first race a little bit earlier, so trying to work his way back up the field and hopefully win this time around. The outside is building up to being led by Maxwell's, with Arthur Xavier directly behind him and Cole Rodriguez third in line. Arthur Xavier trying to make the ride, but ended up getting shuffled out. Again, drop to the back. Quick on board with Clements. A little bit unlucky through the first race, getting no one to help him to win the race. Still got plenty of laps, currently crossing over into lap 9 of 24. And he's in good position for the time being, just hugging the inside lane, just slowly make his way up the field. Got Childress and Gregory following him. Lane Johnson pops in front of Clements. Landon Lau all alone on the middle lane now as he gets shuffled out. Keep taking 3 wide. And that's Aziz on the apron. Off the pace, but trying to work back up the skiers. No wreck from that. A little side tab to Clements. I don't know who gave that. Yeah, the outside lane just dissipated. It's Steven Gibson who leads it, or well now Clements, with Gibson and Rodriguez third, but they haven't been able to go anywhere, much like the first race where the outside lane actually worked. The outside lane can work, it's just a matter of who you got, and I believe Joshua Clements is one of the best pushers there is. Even if the odds are stacked against him in terms of how many cars there are, he'll find a way to push his lane to the front. Currently lap 11 of 24. It is Jelani Howell, Thomas Troxel, Harry Crawford, your top 3. Linger on the apron momentarily. Being pushed by Lane Johnson. And like I just mentioned, Clements up to side by side with third place. Now Thomas Troxel wants to make a move for the lead. But jumps up in front of Clements to trying to make them move for the lead on Jelani Howell. I believe he has done so. Yeah, he's clear for the lead. Yeah, a little bit of a server warp. We should be okay now. Town Sharks will lead his first laps of the night. With Clements and Gibson in tow. Eric Crawford, championship leader, falling behind now, behind his two rivals, but still has a comfy cushion in terms of points. And now it be a two-car breakaway from the lead Ford. As AGG is going to upset that balance, moves in with Cole Rodriguez and Steven Gibson. Troxel tries to block and does so successfully, but at the cost of Cole Rodriguez, who gets bumper grabbed, pushes towards the absolute outside wall. And unfortunately, he's the only car to really receive that bad luck, so he's going to lose the draft. Here comes Clements for the lead. And a massive push down the backstretch from Steven Gibson. And he is inching closer and closer to that inside lane, trying to pinch out any momentum the inside lane can develop. And that is Lane Johnson really lose. When Gregory's upside down. It is going to be a caution race back to the line. As we hit lap 15 of 24, 10 laps left. And that comes in clutch for Talladega, who has just fallen a lap down. Is AGG pushing Steven Gibson. Gibson not cleared the 92 just yet. And it's going to be Steven Gibson who wins the race back. Following him are Alexander Gonzalez Green, Joshua Clements, and Thomas Troxel, and Jelani Howell, your top 5. Ryan Gregory finds himself upside down. See what happened. Coming through a triangle. And just pushing a pusher in a triangle. Sorry, that wasn't Lane Johnson, that was Cameron McElreath, who ends up sideways into the 31 car. Joshua Clements. That was the quote. That is Brandon Carter you're riding on board with. Gonna now see the nasty ride that the 31 car takes. And that looked like a pushing a pusher actually, and the one looked like a bumper grab for the 5 car. From the 55, which is possible, especially with the super speedways. So pit lane is open. Everyone opts the pits. Going to be Alexander Gonzalez Green, who wins off pit road with Joshua Clements second. Gibson third, Jelani Howell fourth, Lana out P5. Under caution, lap 17 of 24. For a two-car accident, William Gregory finds himself on his side down the tri-oval after a body slam from the 5 of Cam McElreath. Trying to find points here. Choose cone here. Alright, points updated. Terry Crawford at the current moment leads 26 over Cole Rodriguez, so even with them at the back, it's gonna take a lot of triumph from the 91 and 10 cars to work their way back up to the front. If this is assuming here Crawford stays where he is. Gonzalez, Green, and Gibson on the front row. Green flag back in here. Going into lap 18 of 24. 6 laps remain, and there's already spin. That being Noah Wetzel and Dylan Negron. Or is it? Is it caution or not? Alright. Alright, caution called again. Promptly this time. So let's race back again. Oh, Clements sideways. What a save for Clements, but Gibson goes around after a subsequent bumper grab. And because of that little tingle, it's an easy race back. Nope. AGG gives up the lead to Jelani Howell. Then Mattis Wells third, Lane Johnson fourth, Joshua Clements fifth. What? I think. See what triggered this. Let's he'll try and make a move from on Carl Childers, gets bumper grab from him, and it turns back to Dylan Negron here. Just one of those moves you shouldn't be making. And the 77 shows up his displeasure. On board with Kim McElreath. Yeah, a little bizarre there, but going to see what happened at turn 4. And big corner bump job, along with a little bit of neck code, I believe. Let me get helicopter actually. Well, Jelani sets up just enough to hit the 92. And like that's the risk I've been talking about. It's like Clements just pinching the inside lane, but the inside lane can push back up and hit you. So 92 now knows that risk, and he made an amazing save. Unfortunately, the 51 was the sacrifice. And while Clemens was saving it and trying to correct the car, he had to turn back the other way. So that meant Gibson gets bumper grabbed and forced to pit. So choose cone this time. There's your lining, there he is. Currently lap 20 of 24 under caution for the second time. I don't know what Team Speak's up to, but got to choose cone. Clemens nearly killed himself. What? How they flipped under caution? This is actually Clemens. He was going high, but then goes back low and just, bruh. Joshua Clemens. Joshua Clemens career highlight. Landon Lyle. And it is an embarrassment. I think I involves Shmuda, so we're going to go on board with Troxel here just to see this master class example that Joshua Clemens had put up for us tonight. I did compliment Clemens earlier, but he's also strangely been really off, especially in Neural. Cause he plowed under caution at least once. I don't know if it was twice, but I know it was at least once. And then later makes an avoidable mistake at Daytona, also in Neural. So Bro is just and then compared with this. So Bro has been off. Who let Carl Childress on the front row? Who? If Carl Childress wins a BPNR race before he wins a DSRA race, I don't know what to say. And to be honest, I don't know what to say. Gonna be 3 laps left in this race. That is Jelani Howell and Carl Childress on the front row. And top 2 of Howell and Gonzalez Green are told to back up a little bit because they did jump. They jumped that restart in order to gain an advantage. But now they have paired back up. It'd be 2 laps to go this time. And Carl Jordan trying anything he can. He's goes to the top lane. He's got Landon Lyle behind him. And when you're this mid trying to win against one of NR's greats, it's going to be a tough challenge. Got 2 laps left. Now it's back to Wells in the 3rd place spot. He's got Elaine Johnson directly behind him. Down the back stretch. I think AGG is going to stay put with Jelani here. It's just me personally, but at least from what I've seen from him, but you never know. But it's going to be one more lap from Talladega, one final lap in the BPNR holiday season. Got Howell, Gonzalez Green, and Wells. Carl Childress leading the outside lane, not a factor. And Mattis Wells, he has to go. And there he goes. Gonna get shuffled to the top lane. Does Elaine Johnson stick with him? He can't. Can't really mid-corner bump draft here. But out of turn 4, Travis Troxel gets wrecked. Harry Crawford also involved. That may shake up the championship. But coming through the tri-oval, July Howell wins the 2nd race at Talladega. AGG has a silver 2nd, and their big wreck behind him. I'm gonna just save the replay just in case they do the funny again. So, finally scored out the championship. Going to see what happened in that final wreck. I saw Thomas Troxel get spun first. Oh, he got bumper grabbed by the 91 car. And, man, it just takes... Man. On board with Gary Crawford. My voice is tired, I do apologize. So officially is Harry Crawford, your champion. After his 16th place finish is proven enough. He finished 16th actually. So there are your final points, I think. Have they not been updating this whole time? I'm confused. And apparently the spreadsheet's fucking broken. Cause the point values right there initially. I don't know how that's possible. Okay, so now there's the final points. I'm going to kill myself if the live points were broken this whole time. But we don't need that anymore. And I'll read out the final race results. Assuming this... So, July Howell, your winner from the 2nd Talladega race, with Alexander Gonzalez Green finishing 2nd. Matis Wells third, Lee Johnson fourth, Brandon Carter fifth, Cole Rodriguez sixth, Stephen Gibson seventh, Arthur Xavier eighth, Garen McGilvery's ninth, and Tyler Aziz rounds out your top 10. With Carl Jones 11th, um, I'm forgetting names. Dylan Negron 12th, Noah Wetzel P13, Josh Muda P14, Joshua Clements P15, Harry Crawford P16, Thomas Troxel P17, Landon Lyle P18, and it is William Gregory 19th and last place. So that would conclude the BPNR holiday season. I'll wait a couple more minutes in case anyone wants an interview. But yeah, it's it's a fun little season. For the holidays and for and in a few weeks' time, the main season will be coming back for its 8th season. But D1 and D2 likely going to be brought back normally. Still to be determined on whether or not the NCS21 mod will be returning. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't like the NCS21 mod. It's proven, for me at least, to have my games crash more frequently, which I don't know why that is. It's a brand new computer after all, and I don't know what it is. Whenever I want it in IFAR or BPNR, it's just my PC with in the black screening, so meaning I have to alter format game and have to rejoin a race laps down. If anyone who happens to listen to this part knows a solution for that, let me know down below in the comments. Uh, with that little rant over, we do have Harry Crawford joining us.
User was moved to your channel.
Harry Crawford, do you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we called you a workhorse ringer back in the D2 season, but now you are a super speedway champion of BPNR. How does it feel?
Dude, it's funny because I haven't won a race in 2026 yet, so it's funny how I get a title before I get a win in 2026. And also another thing, like a year ago, I never thought that I would ever win a super speedway race, just probably because I'm too jittery and that like no one would want to work with me. And now here I am as champion on a schedule full of super speedways.
That's one thing to be proven one of the most consistent, I'll say, these super speedways. But how will that translate back into the main season? We will encounter ovals much smaller than this.
Well, another thing that I'm trying to get better at is tire saving. So I'm hoping that I can get better on the normal sort of ovals and maybe snag a win if I can.
Uh, Seven Hills. Talk about them. They clinched up the Constructors' Championship, I believe, 1 or 2 weeks ago. Had to feel to be part of a great lineup, honestly. You, Thomas Troxel, Carl Rodriguez, all in the top 3 in points under Seven Hills Racing.
Yeah, it's great to have such good teammates like Cole, Truxell, and Josh. Like, I feel like we've worked together well. We have had some moments, but I mean I guess that's what happens when you have a team full of people that are trying to go for the same thing.
A friendly rivalry, but it all worked out in the end. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining me.
Thank you too.
User was moved out of your channel.
And I believe that's the only interview I have lined up. No one else is in the waiting room. So I might wrap it up here, and yeah, really good season, and hopefully the main season will be just as good, if not better, than not only this mini season but also season 7. For the next broadcast lined up, there is Budweiser Cup Series, who will have 3 races remaining, starting at Richmond Raceway. I got a couple new sign-ups there for that league that want to take part of the race, so it'll be an interesting watch. But until Friday, I'll see you then.